folks who demonstrate for anything, whatever it is, they feel entitled to that thing, and that's why they go out and demonstrate for it. And so I want to draw attention to that concept. What is it that makes us feel entitled to talk about this and entitled to actually control what it is that we're eating? I think it's one of our inalienable rights to have real food. What are inalienable rights? These are rights that we have, that we're things that we are entitled to by the very nature of being born into the world. It says that we have a right to be left a certain way just by being here. So what are we entitled to as people? What are our inalienable rights? I think some of those requisites include a place to live, a place to call home, and food. I think food is a human right. The fact that we commodify it and force people to pay for it says a lot about our culture. The fact that we condone it says more. So, in the case of genetically modified foods, what's happened is we are objectifying and commodifying living organisms and changing them and then selling them to people knowing that they're toxic. Knowing that they're toxic for our environment, knowing that they're toxic for people. But people should be living up to a higher standard. People should be living up to a higher standard for what we put in our bodies. I think that we should demand real food. I think one of our rights as being born into the world is to have access to real food all the time, every day. The fact that that's restricted in any way is a crime. That's inhumane. The fact that even beyond being restricted, it's manipulated. So that even when you think you're getting access by paying money at the store, you think you're accessing real food after doing all that work for all that money, and you're still being sold a bogus product.
Back to the lab with you, GMOs. You have not been invited. You are not needed. You are a mystery still and a danger. Back to the lab with you, GMOs. Every time I bite it, ew, the flavor bland, though the package is hot. You pretend to be a friend, but you are a stranger. Back to the lab with you, GMO. Your pretty frankenfood fooled us fantastically. Never knew what was going down. Politicians in our food and our families and our ways. With agendas ulterior and food inferior for days, it's profitable but cheap, so it's what's for dinner. It's not just a harmless capitalist phase, it's forever. It's not just a harmless capitalist phase, it's forever.